Hi, it's Delphi. I'm the author of Answers in the Dark, Grief, Sleep and How Dreams Can Help You Heal. And today I wanted to talk to you about visitation dreams. Visitation dreams are where somebody that you have loved and lost appears to you in your dream. Some people go their whole life and never see someone that they love that's died in their dreams. Other people might have one experience where they dream about their loved one. Other people might dream about someone that they've loved and lost throughout their lifetime and at various different stages of their lives. There doesn't seem to be a particular pattern to that. It's not necessarily how close or how perhaps estranged you were, how connected or how separate you were in your relationship. But some people do have what we call visitation dreams, which is where a person that we have loved and lost appears to us in our dream. And in Answers in the Dark, I separate these types of dreams into two categories. The first type of visitation dream, and the category that I put these under, is what I call nighttime therapy. Now, the first type of visitation dream is where a person that we have loved and has died appears to us in our dream, and this is often when their death is unexpected and sudden. So it may be for any number of reasons that their death was sudden and unexpected, but nevertheless, following their sudden and unexpected death, we may have a dream where they appear to us, but they really aren't well, or they don't seem themselves, or they are distressed in some way in the dream, or even they're being unkind and cruel to us in some way. So they might say things like, you should have known I wasn't well, you should have done something to help me. Now, the reason I put these dreams into one type of category and what I call nighttime therapy is because often these dreams are the type of feelings and the thoughts and emotions that are resting underneath awareness. In other words, we might not be talking about those feelings during the day, and so they'll show up in our dreams at night. These very much fall under the category of unfinished business. So if there were things that you felt you should have said to this person before they died, or things that you wish you had said to this person before they died, and then they died and you didn't get a chance to do or say those things, then it may well be why you have these types of dreams. As I say, they can often feel quite cruel, quite unkind, but I tend to put them into the category of what I call nighttime therapy, because at the end of the day, these dreams are trying perhaps to help us resolve that unfinished business in such a way that feels helpful to us, that allows us to some extent find our way forward following the death of our loved one. The other type of visitation dream that someone might have following the death of a loved one is what I consider to be a traditional or an authentic visitation dream. Now, these types of dreams are recognised across the world and across different cultures, where our deceased loved one appears to us in a dream and they look wonderful, they look well, they look peaceful, and they look rested. And they may even have a message for us. They may provide us with something in the dream. It might be words, it might be they hold something out in their hand. But these dreams are usually very magical, very special, and often the dreamer will wake up in the morning and feel as if something very special has happened. So in contrast to the other type of dream, the nighttime therapy dream, where we might wake up in the morning feeling like, gosh, that was just awful, I need to talk about it, that didn't feel good at all. By contrast, the traditional or the authentic visitation dream, we will wake up in the morning and feel as if something really special has just happened. Now, of course, if they've given us a message in the dream, we can do something with it or not. We're not under any obligation to listen to what they say or to do what they say in those dreams. But in these cases, the message will always be supportive, nurturing, loving in some way. It may be guiding us in a particular direction, but as always, we have free will. We have the opportunity to make our own decisions, just as we would in the times when they were alive. We might not have always listened or acted on everything they said we should or shouldn't do. It's the same with our dreams. So just because somebody gives you some insight in a dream doesn't mean you need to act on it. But again, if they have, their message is often very loving, very supportive and very caring. And you will often wake up in the morning feeling as if something really special has just happened. Sometimes what they give you in the dream is symbolic. You know, they might hold out a butterfly, for example, or they might hold out a flower of some kind. And again, you could use that in the morning. One of the things I talk about in Answers in the Dark is keeping a dream diary. And if there are symbols in particular that appear in your dream, and especially recurring symbols, symbols that appear in your dreams, it's always worth making a note of that, so that you can then, during the day, you can then perhaps explore those in more detail and find out what those symbols mean for you. But the main difference with the authentic and traditional type of visitation dreams, and how we can separate them, how we can tell them apart, is that if it's a traditional authentic visitation dream, then you will wake up in the morning feeling as if something really special has just happened, and often feeling at peace yourself. So often feeling as if that was another chapter in your journey through your grief, and you may even find that after that you're able to find your way forward perhaps a little bit easier. Doesn't mean that by any extent that that's the end of your grieving. Grief is a process, not a to-do list, and you will find your way forward in your own time and at your own pace. But certainly after a traditional or an authentic visitation dream, people will often wake up in the morning and feel just that little bit better, and may be able to find their way forward in a more meaningful way. I hope that's helpful. I talk about these types of dreams in Answers in the Dark, which is available now on Amazon and Hive. I do have other videos on YouTube. You can find me at Delphi Ellis. By all means, please do check out those videos. And again, my book is available on Amazon and Hive, and it's out now.